guys, Ramblin Bob here again. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite products I ever found. It's a very simple product, but it's made by this company here. It's called BougeRV. So this is an extra thing that I'm going to show you in a minute. They sell these either individually or they sell them in little kits. Now I bought the little kit at first. They also sell these things too, Y adapters. So I like BougeRV. They make what this thing is called. So this is basically a crimper. Okay, this well, hold on, let me get them all out here. Let me get all the pieces out here. Let me get this out here. Let me get this out here. And I think, no, we need this too. Okay, so we need all of these pieces, and so this is what comes in the little kit. You get one of these, which is that's your main crimper. Okay, you get two of these, and then you get obviously the pins, which are in here. As you see, this is what they look like when they're full. So you get these little bags full of stuff. See that? You get the little pins and everything like that. So basically what this does is this makes, and then look at that nice little calling card. Here you go. What this makes is a very cool little kit in case you have to make solar cables for, you know, whatever runs you have. So you guys know I picked up those REC panels. So I have to make new cables for them because I want to make the runs a little cleaner, and then I can leave the runs out there whenever I need to and bring them in whenever I need to as a mobile portable device. So let's see, we're gonna let me open this again, and I'm gonna do this in real time so you guys can see how unbelievably simple it is. Okay, so we have those. So we have one set. Okay, this is a complete set. So we're gonna have to open this new one now. You know what? Let's use all the new stuff. I like using new stuff. All right, let's get rid of this because I got one of those already. So we have your squishers, okay, and your these are your extra connectors. So we'll put those over here. We'll use these because we don't need the new ones of those. I'll save those. Now these are your full sets. So these basically, I think I bought a thing of, let's see, I think it was 26, I believe it was. I'm not sure. This is a whole set of 26. It doesn't come with this thingy. When you buy this with the kit, it only comes with about 5 or 6 of these. So it gives you like a little pouch like this. I buy a bunch because, guys, we test a lot of stuff. So I go through a lot of stuff here. So I'll leave this up here. That's the company, BougeRV. It's one of my favorite companies so far. I'm a Pecron guy, I'm a Blue Eddy guy, and I'm a BougeRV guy so far. And if the other companies win me over as far as their products and what I like and what I don't, well, then I'll be another guy. So let's see, we put these 3 aside because we don't need those. And now you have this. So you have, okay, so this is enough to make 4 of these is enough to make 2 cables. So basically what you need is, when you break these apart, not break them apart, but pinch them apart, you have a positive or negative depending on your system. See, so that's one side of a cable, right? And then when you break these apart or pull them apart, you have one side of the other cable. So that's one solid run of positive, negative each way. So these 2 I don't need now. So that could be another cable, which I have to make 2 of them anyway. So we're gonna jump over here to, let me turn on some light for you guys here. Now BougeRV makes cables too. However, in this instance, let me put these over here, guys. In this instance, a friend of mine, Jason, he's got a channel. He's an awesome guy. Go check him out. If you're not a subscriber to his channel, get your butt over there. It's an awesome channel. I've learned a lot. We've learned a lot. Okay, so this is something he turned me on to. This is landscaping electric cable. Now, as long as you go low voltage, which is, I think, under 150 volts, so it's totally fine for solar panels, especially mine because I run 60 volts, that's the top. That's the high as I have mine. You know, users will always be different depending on what you want. But this comes in 100-foot rolls, and you can buy it up to 1,000-foot rolls, guys. 1,000-foot, and unlike normal solar panels, these are kind of snaked together. See how they're kind of put together there? So, and I'll show you a trick with some of this stuff in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this off here, and I'm going to show you how absolutely cool and fast and how this crimper thing works. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this. Okay, so you need a little bit of extra. Then you're going to take some of this. This is what I like to do. I mean, everyone does their own thing. I like this. So I rip that apart and I come down here, and now what I'm doing now is I'm literally taping back together this wire set. Now the reason for that is obvious. Look, can't fall apart now, right? Otherwise, this will peel all the way down up to, depending on the roll you buy, up to 1,000 feet. That's crazy. Okay, so now the cable's ready to go almost. So what we're going to do is we're going to, you can use a nipper if you have to, and that way you cut the wires. But since these are good, we're going to have to nip them on the other side, of course. So we'll take just a cheapy thing like this, and what we'll do is put it in 12 gauge because that's what cable this is, and then you pinch it. You give it the spin around disco spin here. Once it goes all the way around freely, that means it's ready. And now there you go. You have a twisted cable already. And then you just tighten it up a little bit. That way you don't have any little extra strands hanging out. You don't want the strands, guys. All you need is one strand and you have a short. And that would be a bad day. You don't want to have a bad day. Okay, so in the 12 again, you spin it around. You do the Disco Inferno here. You pop that off here, and then you have this. Okay, so now you have these two bits and pieces. Now these are garbage. Now see how I lost a few on that one? I think there's two little pieces. Now that doesn't seem like much, but if you had that little piece, just that little piece sticking out here, that could short out and possibly start a fire. That's a horrible thing. So you always want to make sure these are very cleanly, tightly wrapped here. That's how I do it. Everyone has their own way. I like to cleanly, tightly wrap them. That way you don't have that extra piece sticking out. And then when you use these, sometimes you have, here, these are all of them here. You have a couple bad ones here that kind of fell out because I pinched too hard, I think. So now that your cable is ready to go, you're going to line up one of these. Okay, this comes in 4 pieces now, guys. Let me get all this. Oh, I think I clipped off about six or seven pieces there. Okay, that wasn't such a good one. You want to try to save as many pieces of those as you can, or they're the same ones and they're very staticky and they're sticking everywhere. So they might be the same ones, guys. I might be fighting with the same darn pieces. Okay, hopefully they're all gone. Okay, boy, they're staticky. All right, so you pull these apart. Now this comes in exactly 4 pieces. So you have your main, your cap, right? See, there's the, boy, they just keep coming back. All right, I'm gonna get haunted by these guys. Let me get rid of this real quick here. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, there it's gone. And then you have your silicone rubber seal, and then that's your pincher, I like to call it. So basically what that does is it goes like this and squeezes it like that. So as you tighten over this squeezes together and then squeezes that silicone seal. So you leave those together, and now you have the 3 main pieces, that, and that. So now when you make a cable like this, okay, you're going to obviously have one of these and one of those. Now the first side of the cable doesn't matter how you do it. It's the other side that you have to, pay attention to what you're doing, because it has to have one of these on this side, so obviously it would have to have this one on the other side. That way you can continue. These are extension cables, right? So you're extending. So you go one of those kinds and one of these kinds, basically. So this is how easy you do it. You grab your BougeRV crimper. This is the star of the show, guys. Absolute star of the show. How this works is, it's very hard to see. See how it's got like the little smiley on the bottom? So how it works is it has like a part like that, and then it's got 2 crimpers on top, and it mushes them down like this. You see that little love symbol, that heart? So what happens is it squishes some of the cable in here, some of the cable in here, and then some of the cable, boom, like that. So that literally has 1, 2, 3 spots where it mushes the cable together. And that's why it's such a darn good cable. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's a damn good cable crimper. It really is. It was like 30 bucks, but worth every single penny. I've used it since I've started this channel. Probably about a month after I started the channel, I bought it, and I never went back. I never went back. This is the LY2546B. Now I don't know what the difference is if they make other ones, but that's the universal one that I know of. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one line, and what I like to do is I like to put them in here first. Okay, this is a 12, so you have 8, 10, and 12 gauge. Okay, I like to put it in, let's see, right in the middle one. Okay, and then you put this in here like this, and then you just crimp it like that's it, guys. Holy crapzill, how fast was that, right? And then you take one that's the opposite, right? See, because this one would go in that one. See that? It makes a set, and then they pinch together like that. And then we're going to put that back in the, let's see, in this little crimper thing. I always use the middle. You always use the size corresponding to the cable that you have, of course. So then you put that in there, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're done. That's it, guys. It was like, you're almost done. That's so fast, right? And then before, now this is a big mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of people just go and they cram this on there and then they call it done. Well, you forgot to put the caps on, right? I've even done that myself, so don't feel bad if you did that. So you put the caps on, and then you put the rubber seals. Now the little teeth thingies, the little biters, they go towards the end of the cable, towards the connector. So don't put them the other way, otherwise they don't work. I'm sorry, holy cow, see, I made a mistake. I made a mistake and I apologize. You put the rubber seal towards the connector and the biters towards the cap. See, that's how quick it is, guys. If I would have clamped that on there and called it a day, if all I had to do is push this, I'd have to cut it off and reset it. So that's a proper set. See, you know, I'm learning too. We all make mistakes. Cap, then the biter little thingy, and then the rubber seal, and then here's your cap. Now the big end goes in this one. This is the male. So you go, this is actually the male over here, and that's, don't ask, it's weird. So this just pops in like this. Watch how fast. You hear a click, you hear the click, and you're done. You're literally done. And then you go like this, you put that male into the female, and then you go click, you hear the click, and you're done. So like, that's how fast it is. And then what you do is you line up these little teeth right here. Hopefully you can see that. And then you put the cap on, and the cap will mush it down as tight as you need it. And then you do the other one like that. You put the little teeth, line up the teeth. If the teeth are not lined up properly, you could have possibly a water leak. These are IP67. Very, very good. IP68 I like better, but these are IP67. So, which is waterproof. It's waterproof. So now you have these weird things, okay? These things you put here like that. It's like a little wrench, okay? They're MC4 wrenches. See how that went on there? Nice like that. And then the other one goes on kind of like through that hole right there. It's kind of weird. And then you take this, and I go until I hear one click. You hear the click? Once you have one click, that's tight enough for me. If you over tighten these guys, you could risk smashing those little teeth in there or cracking something out here. Remember, this is plastic, so you don't want to go too much, but you want to have it tight enough so you have a good seal. All right, so you put that on that side, then you go like this. You hear the one click, and I'm done. That's it. So guys, basically what I just did with this absolutely fantastic, now this is not a sponsor review. I bought this stuff. I bought that, I bought this, I bought all this stuff. But this is a product that I've made videos before with, and I will continue to make videos with this until I find something better, guys. This is A1 chop sauce right here. This is, what do they call it? A1 steak sauce. This is the top of the heap right here for me. This is a cheapy one, and you can buy this, basically, I got this at Harbor Freight. But when it comes to crimping, guys, back in the days, you know, there used to be people that used, I was one of them. When you install car stereos and stuff, you know, you'd use like either, you know, the twisty technique. That's not safe for solar, guys, because you're dealing with real power now. You're not dealing with little 12-volt little radio that has no power in it. You're dealing with stuff that can start fires all day. So you got to have a better connection, a safer connection. Now look at how strong these are, guys. Like, I could literally just yank on them like that. They're good, and you don't hear them clicking, right? There's no looseness with them. So back in the days, people used to use like, you know, to put those little connectors on there, they used to use regular pliers. Now the problem with pliers is it makes like a star squeeze because of all the teeth. It makes like that shape. Well, that's no good because it doesn't, like this one actually, it like hugs each part like this. It just, and it crimps it. So you have these two holes and this one, and then it mushes them together. So you literally have 3 points of contact, if not more, that's mushing. And that way, if one were to let go or get loose, the other two hold it good. So it's like having 2 or 3 backup plans on every time that you make connection. So that's the cool part. And then obviously the other side, all you have to do is clip the wire. It's very simple, guys. I don't have to do that part. You clip the wires, and then you do reverse. So basically on this stuff, you know, on normal like BougeRV cables, they come red and they come black. Very, very nice, very easy. But I like this stuff, guys. I really do. So on this one, I have this one, right? Which means I have to have this one on the other side to match it up, right? So what I would do, and here I'll keep them like keep on the side here. Okay. So what I would do is I would look, and if you can see very closely, you see that how there's writing on this side? Okay, so on that side, being that you have writing, that's obviously the one that you want to match up on the other side of this cable. No matter how long you make this cable, if you make it 10 feet or 1,000,000 feet, you want to match up, obviously, what you have on this side to the opposite. So if I were to cut it right here, then remember, this was on this side, right? So I'd have to put this one on the one with the writing, because then it's this is an extension cable, right? Now you can do them in any pattern that you need, but that's a traditional solar panel extension cable, because you're normally going from whatever you're going to the panels, and the panels have their own, so you're extending the cable, you know, like an outlet extension, like an electrical wire. One is an outie and one is an innie. It's that simple. All right, so now there's one other step that I want to show you guys since I did this. This doesn't cost anything, like 50 cents, right? This is like $3 at Harbor Freight. This is the star of the show. It's like 30 bucks, but you do get that stuff. You have enough to make, I believe, I want to say, let me see, 1, 2, 3. I think maybe it's either 10 or 12 they give you, but there's this really cool little pouch and it all comes in. But I use this thing over here, if you guys want to see that. I use this from Harbor Freight. It's $5, and as you can see, I have piled up, because, like, you know, I make a ton of these cables, guys. I'm making cables every day almost. So see this? So I have all my solar stuff that's nicely in bags here when I need it, and that way all of these tools can go back in this box, right? And then these bad boys, because that pouch, unfortunately, as cool as it was too small for me, guys. I completely filled up that pouch like 10 times, so I didn't have anywhere else to put it. So I bought it like a $5 little bucket from Harbor Freight. I threw all this stuff in here like that. You see how that all fits in there? And then these are the only crappy parts of these little flappy things, and then you just close it and you take that outside and take that where you need to. So that's what I use. Everybody's got their own style, like I said. Okay, so back to here. The other thing that I like to do is the labeler. If you have a labeler, or if you just want to use you know, some tape, you can use electrical tape. You can use something you could write on, you know, like duct tape or something like that. And what I like to do is I like to make a label. So let's say that this is going to be a 48 volt run. So what I would do is I would type in 48 volts, right? And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 48 volts. And then I would print that out. Okay, so this is all extra stuff if you need, but so now what this does is, when you get your handy scissors here, is you can chop this apart, okay? And now this is obviously a sticker, right? So then you can wrap this around, right, like that, and now you know that this cable is going to be used for your 48. That way, if you do have to label them, like, you know, say you put this on the fence and you want to put, you know, fence, you know, you can put write whatever you want on these things. That's the cool thing about those little bad boys. Can do whatever you need, whatever you want. But that's a way that you can keep, if you have more, like I've got 4 lines coming in for testing, and I have to keep them separate, because imagine, guys, if this was to a 48 volt panel, and if I hook this to a power station that cannot accept 48 volts, guess what happens to that power station? It ain't gonna work no more. It'll literally destroy that power station in less than a second to 2. I mean, it's quick. It just goes bzzz, and then you don't have a power station anymore. So that's what I like to do. But this is the star of the show, guys, right here. This company, check them out, BougeRV. I got a link in the description down there. I am an affiliate of BougeRV, and I have been, because the first time when I bought this, I was not. I love this product so much. And you know, another thing I like from BougeRV, I've been watching Jason Roy's channel again. They have some very nice portable fridges, and I would love to get one. I just don't know which one to buy yet, but I've been watching a lot of Jason Roy's video. BougeRV and IceCo, both of those. I've been looking at both. I think it's Ice Pro or IceCo, something like that. I got to go back and look at Jason Roy's video again. But guys, that's how easy it was, and you don't have to worry about them bad boys falling apart. See that little like a notch on the top there? It's hard to see. I know it's going to be very hard to see with this camera, but there's a little notch up there, so it makes that shape like this, and then that notch is pushing these little heart parts down and squishes the jeebies out of it. So you got a holy crap Zilla connection there, you know. One's a little bit longer than the other, but it doesn't matter. Well, that's it, guys. BougeRV. If you want to check them out, I highly recommend this one. No jokes. This is a good product. I'm going to use this one until I can find something better. And then if you happen to get that on too tight and it's stuck, there's a release button right here. See that? So like if you go like this and you hit this button right here, if it's stuck, boom, see how that releases the teeth? So you got a backup plan, right? Always have a backup plan in life, guys. All right, BougeRV, check them out. Links in the description. Guys, I'll see you later. Travel safe, ramble on. See you next time on Ramblin Bob Reviews. Bye, guys.